What's happening? Back in the attic today. Let me adjust my mic. I'm back in the attic today. We are live streaming from the OG video creation room, my lockdown spot. Visiting the family again. Went home for a few days for work and then had to come back and then go back and then, yeah, all that fun stuff. Cool. So today I'm going to chat about how I'm going to repurpose a podcast that I just shot. So I think that there is this thing, like a lot of people will shoot content, whatever it is, and they'll just keep on posting over and over again. Or they'll just keep on posting new stuff and they'll get stressed out that they created it. So one thing that I like to use, I like using tools that will help me repurpose it. So let me share out this live real quick. Let me share out the live. Great to see you. So I'll post in the Discord real quick. So, and again, I have one screen today. So if you comment, just give me a little bit of grace because it takes me a minute to go back and check it out. So there we go. I'm live. I see my face. Give me a little bit of grace. I hear my voice too. So share that link. And I'm going to post in Gary Club again. If you just see my screen right there, you can, in my Discord, boom, boom, go here, let everybody know. Boom. Come hang out in Gary Club. And if you're not in Gary Club, you should be in Gary Club. There's a lot of cool stuff going on over there. Don't believe me? Go check it out. I'm not a liar. Cool. All right. So what I'm going to show you today, I got it all kind of started. Let me make sure I'm on the right tab. There we go. I had to go to this other tab. So yesterday I shot an interview with Gino. And if you don't know who Gino is, again, where you been? It's Gino. The one and only Gino of Drive, who does all sorts of cool stuff. So if we shot that interview and I streamed unlisted. So if you notice the stream missing, I said I'd stream every day in December. I did, but it was an unlisted video. And the reason why I did that is because we created an event in Gary Club, which is a community that you could monetize, all sorts of things. I talk about this all the time about monetization on this channel. And Web3 is one of my favorite ways. That by far is one of the best ecosystems to monetize in Web3 that I've found. If you know one better, you let me know. Drop in the comments, come in my Discord, go into Gary Club. Let us know. I want to know if you found something better. Cool. So what I'm going to do, I'm using my webcam on my computer today. It drives me crazy. I like my glossy, clean. I'm not even going to talk about it. And the shakiness. It's my personal, internal monologue telling me that it's not good enough, but I know it is. So, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with DESCRIPT, and I'm going to show you what I did. And it's going to be pretty simple when you think about it. So I used the tool that I'm using right now. I'm using StreamYard to stream, and you could use a whole bunch of things. If you didn't want to stream at the same time, you could actually use the tool that I'm about to show you, DESCRIPT. It comes with a podcasting recording tool, so you could record people remotely. I use StreamYard. If you don't want to stream like I am, no problem whatsoever. You could use a Quadcast, which is recently purchased by DESCRIPT. And now it's part of it, so it's included in your subscription. So if you have it, there is a remote audio recording option now, or audio and video recording option, and whatever. So if you have a 4K image, it's not going to stream really well. So that's kind of the idea of StreamYard, or more 1080p. They only do up to 1080p on those ones, but Quadcast I think can get up to 4K. But beside the point. So let me just share my screen instead of keep on talking about it. And all what I've done so far, let me make sure that you can see. Here, let me see so I can see the comments in case anybody comments. Okay. And again, jump into my Discord if you have questions about this. Links at the bottom, dunkmedia.club. Come and hang out. You can learn about all the fun stuff that I'm doing, but I'm showing you how I'm going to repurpose this podcast or actually edit it strategically. So what I've done is I just went to DESCRIPT and I created a new... You to be mean to me? DESCRIPT's being... There it goes. Let me see if you could see what I'm doing. Okay, good. You could see that. I never know what's sharing properly in DESCRIPT. Oh, it's already getting hot. I just put this jacket on. It's getting hot up here. I'm in an attic. Hey, anybody that says that they don't have somewhere to create content, you need to rethink your life. Because there's definitely anywhere is a good place to make content. I found an attic. I just make content. There's junk in the background. I don't care. It's not my usual background. C'est la vie. It's life. Cool. All right. So what I'm doing is I recorded with StreamYard or whatever you're using. You can Riverside FM is a great one. There's, like I said, Quadcast. Correct me if I'm wrong. I said Quadcast. But it's owned by DESCRIPT. And all what I did was I pulled my image. See, I have, or is this my image? It's hard to tell. It's just loading slow. So there you go. There's my image. And then there's Gino's, which Gino used his webcam. So it was about the same resolution as this. And those are all auto. I can go down the rabbit hole of why I don't like webcams, or at least not the ones built into cameras or computers, because they are not made to be pretty. But hey, you know what? But you see, it ends up getting a little bit more blurry. But hey, you know what? That's okay. Content, that's going to win out. And then I just grabbed a scratch track, which is just the audio of both of our audios mixed together, just in case. And it is going to be really simple. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to we're going to highlight these two. So I've dragged the video. So I've created a project, and just any old project, and I dragged the video, or I open up this thing there, it says media. And I'm going to drag my two videos. I downloaded each layer individually. You need to have something that's going to download these individually. That's why I say StreamYard will do it. Quadcast and Riverside FM are good options. So but what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight these two, this one and then this one. And right here where it says create a sequence, I'm going to create a sequence. Now right here, it just lined up both of our videos. You can't see them because one's on top, Gino's on top. Damn, Gino's on top. Let's make this a little easier just by renaming these real quick. Might have to delete this. Can I not cancel? Hold on, let me delete the sequence back. There we go. So I'm just going to make this so it's clear. I'm going to rename this. So this is what StreamYard gave me. So this is Drive Live with Dunk. As Dunk Webcam. I'm just going to write Dunk Cam. And then I'll rename this to Gino Cam. Then I'll say Dunk Gino Mixed Audio. I may not use this track at all. I just like it there for a particular reason, just in case it should do this all automatically. But if the software glitches or whatever, you could always drag this in and line up the waveforms, and that's the audio form. So if it's more you shouldn't need to do this. That's why I'm only going to grab these two, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to grab these two. I'm not going to deal with the audio, but it's there. If you need to, like I'm going to create a sequence. If you grab that and it's not, you'd be able to align it with these ones. So you would be able to see, I could add a track. I'll just show you. I would be able to add a track and it'd be there, but I don't need it. So I could delete it, and you'd be able to add the track, and it would be a third track there. And you would just align like these waveforms here. You'd align it with one person, and you go to the next person, and the next person that's talking, and you'd be able to align it. See, there's different waveforms. I'd be able to align that. And once I have a sample of both of them, you'd make sure your audio's synced. So, Gino and Dunk Cam. So I'm going to hit done. I'm going to change this to cams. It's now both of them. Now I have a sequence that it created right here. And this is what I want. I'm going to click that sequence and I am going to insert it into my script. And look at that. Just like magic, we have this right here. So we have them side by side. And it didn't update the name in here. I must have. That's odd. So I can just rename this. So I'm gonna call this dunk. Oops. What did I do? I'll reinsert that. So insert into script. There you go. It's cleaner. So now, why would we do this? So now I could just play this. How's it going? We are live with Gino, the creator of Drive, and you're on the Entrepreneur's Toolbox podcast. And cool. So now I have a side by side. That's dope. So now, it's cleaner. You could go look at the live that we did. Actually, I can't go look at it because it's unlisted. But now I could take this and I can make it cleaner. I could the whole runtime. Ooh, that guy is sexy. Ooh, Gino, you're on Facebook. Good to know. Good to know. I know. So, Gino it was a great interview, Gino. Thanks for coming on. And we're going to see a lot more Gino on this channel. And this is part of the reason why I'm doing this, because Gino brought a lot of value during our conversation, and now I could share it out using this tool as well as splitting it up into like a bunch of smaller clips and then shorts. So instead of me stressing out, yeah, Facebook. What's Facebook? I still go out to my family on Facebook, but I hang out on YouTube and X a lot more than Facebook and Gary Club, by the way. Gary Club, gary.club/dunk. If you do not have an account yet, get an account right now. Join monetization with us in Web3. Cool. So, okay. Now I am going to go back over to DESCRIPT. Again, sorry if I don't see all the comments because I have one screen today. I am doing this in the attic. So now I have this video and I want to make it so it is going to have all of our different layers and stuff like that. So what I'd be able to do is I would be able to, let me just delete that little tiny clip there so it starts at the beginning. So I just rename this. So this is my audio track. So I could rename this to Dunk. Oh. Get the star badge. Forget about all the different things that you have to do there. So I don't do too much on Facebook all the time anymore. I don't hang there. I used to do a lot. I think I should engage a little bit more there, but it's just Facebook. You get it. You get it. Okay. So I have my audio tracks here, Gino's audio track here, and I could, hey, how's it going? We are live. So now we could be side by side, and it's pretty simple. You could add a layer underneath. So you could add another layer. These are layers here. You could add another layer here and build out your track. It's pretty simple. But what if I wanted it to be where I'm talking, you're talking, and I mean, you don't want to see my face while Gino's talking. That's Donald. Am I saying that X is better than Facebook? I'm saying that I'll be perfectly honest, I'm not a big fan of either of them 100% overall, but if I had to pick between the two, I would pick X, Twitter, whatever, over Facebook, because there's actually people having conversations on X versus people on Facebook that you end up being in these bubbles. Like you're in a group, you're in a page, you're on your own profile. Like that's not engagement. That's just you living in a bubble. And the reason why they put you into those bubbles is so they can advertise to you. Makes sense. It works for their business model. But I mean, it's not a very it's not the most social platform in my opinion, and I find X to be more of a social platform than Facebook. So that's my thoughts. So I prefer X over Facebook for those reasons. Okay. And you're laughing at me. How dare you? Okay. So now we're going to go back over to DESCRIPT. Now, if I wanted to, I could. Oh, yeah. Facebook has points because Gino's there. If you're not on Facebook right now, there's no point. But if Gino logs off, you might as well just like delete your account. It's not even worth even going. Okay. Hey, how's it going? We are live. Okay. So now, and just so you know, I figure out some of these things as I'm going as well. So if I'm fumbling around, this is one of the new things that I'm using DESCRIPT. DESCRIPT is a great tool. You can always grab DESCRIPT. I'm going to show you the link that I use. This is a link to DESCRIPT. It will help support the channel if you end up following along. I pay about $30 a month for DESCRIPT, just so you know, and it saves me way more than $30 worth of my time, beyond $30 worth of my time. Like, if you can't say your time is worth more than $30, get out. Just get out now. Just leave. I don't even want to hear it. Ooh. Okay. All right. So now, what's going on? Glitching. So now I can go here and I could actually play it. So hey, how's it going? But what if I want it to be Gino? When Gino's talking, I want to see Gino. And when Dunk is talking, I want to see Dunk. Man, but we're going to be so what I could do is I would click on Gino, this good looking guy right here, and I would stretch his image the whole way. Ooh, all your posts are showing up blank, Gino. That's weird. I don't know if that's a glitch or if you're posting somehow empty posts. That's odd. Last 4. That way on YouTube? I don't know. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know. Another one. Is Gino spamming me? Gino's spamming me. Okay. I'm getting distracted because of the stickers aren't showing up in StreamYard. I'm curious. Are they showing up? Maybe they only show up natively on Facebook. That's odd. Let me know if you're watching on X or on YouTube if you're seeing Gino's posts. I'm not sure. Spam. Gino's spamming me. It's okay, Gino. I love you anyways. Okay. Now I have this, and now I would just be able to. So if I did that, and then I grabbed mine and did the same thing, and I completely forgot to turn on that extra light behind me, Gino. Don't know why you didn't remind me. I forgive you anyways. Yeah, I see his PFP and no words as well. So, okay, so now I'm aligning this in the background. Go, and then I'm going to put Gino on top of me where he belongs. And now I'm going to go here. Click here. Again. And where it says multicam, we click here. And right now it shows the two different. We see Gino cam and Dunk cam. But now I'm going to click active speaker. Ooh, Gino on YouTube where he belongs. He escaped the Facebook. I see. I'm actually seeing like the text version of it in StreamYard. That's kind of funny. I don't see the actual emojis. I just see like it says text green -green -game -over is what I see on my end. But I got what you were saying, Gino. So now what it did, see, it created all these different sequences along the side. Like these are all scenes. So it adds with DESCRIPT, the way that you actually create different scenes or break up your footage is you just hit the slash button in this text on the side. So if there wasn't one here, I would just hit slash and it would create a new one. If I wanted to create a new scene, I hit slash. But now every single speaker, every time that somebody speaks, there's a new slash. So now if I wanted to watch this, I'd be able to go, hey, how's it going? We are live with Gino, the creator of Drive, and you're on the Entrepreneur's Toolbox podcast. And Gino, welcome.
Thank you, man.
See that magic?
Pleasure to be here. Been here before.
Who has time to edit everything when you have AI to edit it for you? So, now I know all about you. Now you can say, that's not something that I want, right? Now I can just remove that. And now look how much cleaner this edit is. And now I know we're back and forth, but we could also add in that third one where we're side by side again. Super dope.
Excited for this.
I know all about you, Gino. I know all about you, Gino. And you just go back and forth. So the point is that, man, the amount of time that it would have taken me to do this manually is just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. But now we have easy. I know all about you, Gino. Like we have a lot of similarities with our marketing style, and so we just go. if there's overlaps, then you could just make them side by side. So it double check. It does make them side by side. So it puts the video, like both of them. I think it just picks one. I have to double check which. The way it used to work, unless it's changed, is it would always pick the layer that was on the top. So right now, Gino's layer is on the top. But if I wanted to see how so let me go over this one. Gino's is hidden. So if I click this now, I could actually show Gino's layer underneath and then shrink mine. So I'll actually look into that a little bit closer and figure it out, because I'm going to be doing a couple more of these, because one of my content strategies on these lives is going to show you how I'm going to go through repurposing this. And it's not just going to be repurposing for just, into video content. Think about it this way. Everything, if Gino says something really, really good, so you post this video on YouTube, and there's this beautiful thing that I love. YouTube has the best analytics out of any platform that you can imagine. Like so good. Like there's so much information that you could dive deep into the analytics on YouTube. So it would be like, I'd be able to post this video, and then when I see a point that gets engagement, maybe Gino says something and like, wow, or even I say something. You could take that clip, that quote, and now you have a Facebook or a X or a Instagram post that you could post, or even a YouTube community tab, which, by the way, if you have YouTube and you're not using that community tab, you got to get on that community tab. Seriously. Cool. So Donald, I will look deeper into which one it is. I'm not 100% sure what it ends up being. I believe it's the layer that's on top, but it's pretty simple. So now you have this, and you could just go through this video, watch through it. Now I have some awesome. So I wanted to ask you a couple questions. So you started your business. I can say so many times in the gosh. All right. But this it's such a simple way to edit. And so say like, okay, I'm a Final Cut user. I don't like using DESCRIPT. What are you talking about? You crazy? Why would I use DESCRIPT? That's consumer-based products, not professional. You're crazy. I'm a professional. So what I would do is I would still get DESCRIPT and, stop talking. And I would hit the publish button, and I would do all this automatically with AI, and then I would hit the export button. Yeah, do the easy way. And you can come here to timeline, or not timelines. Was it timeline? Yeah, timelines. And you click this format thing, and look at this little drop-down menu here. Look at this. If you're just doing audio, you have Pro Tools, Audition, and then you have Samplitude, and then under video, you have these 3 options, which is Final Cut Pro. That's professional enough for you? Time is money, 100%, Gino. Time is money. I gotta show that on the screen. Time is money. So if you could say, like, I've edited a podcast myself, and it's a, like, just getting through the footage is a day's work. I just did I just did a day's work on this live already. Like, that would have taken me a day to do if I was doing that in Final Cut. So how much is your day worth? Is it worth $30 a month? If you use this one time a month, is it worth it? It is. And if you say no, then you're in the wrong business. Like, you must be a millionaire and not care about money or time. So good for you. Why are you watching this live? All right. All right. So I'm going to go back to DESCRIPT. And again, Final Cut, if you're a Premiere user, it's an Adobe product, works great. Or DaVinci, which is actually a free tool, which it's in beta right now, but you could export. And what it does is it will take all of these edits and it will export it into the format that you need. You're my fam. You're my fam, Gino. Bam. Gino's my fam. And then, okay, so you could export it. So I'm a Final Cut user. I've been using Final Cut, gosh, since late 90s, when it was still pretty in its infant stage. Apple had just bought it, all that stuff. So where's Gino? There he goes. A little blurry. It's all good. But, and again, why does that matter? It does not matter that there's a little bit of blur, because the content is still there. They're going to get the value from it. And yeah, if somebody has a higher quality, it's going to do that. But this just saves me so much freaking time. So much freaking time. Cool. And what I would do at this point is I would just watch through the entire video. I'm not going to do that live for you right now because, you don't want to see that, but I just watched through it.
How's it going? We are live with Gino, the creator of Drive.
And like right there, I'd probably do a side-by-side
podcast.
image on this one.
And Gino, welcome.
Thank you, man.
And say those breaks. I'm a stickler for having it flow organically. So things like this, you come down to the timeline right here. Maybe I want Gino to react a little bit faster. Because one of the things that you have to remember about when you're recording remotely, there is a fraction of it, like even right now when you're watching me, no matter where you're watching me, it doesn't matter. The video toaster. Oh, the tool toaster. To burn videos. Is that what you're talking about, Donald? I use Toast. Remind me what it is. If you're talking about the tool, I've used Toast and Toaster. Those are 2 tools I've used. Late 90s. Yeah, I know. But giving me grief. Late 90s. I know it's not that long ago. It's only 24 years ago is the late 90s, but that's about when I started editing content. So, and I was doing before social media even existed, and we were just doing it. We were running around with cameras and making videos because we were passionate about it and we loved it, and it was like just for fun, and we loved it. That had nothing to do with trying to get likes. We just enjoyed making our videos. Oh, Commodore 64s. My first computer was an Apple IIgs. Had no hard drive, and anytime that I wanted to change a font on my text that I was typing, I had to go find the floppy with that particular font on it, put the floppy in, load that font, and then if I ever wanted to change it again, I'd have to do that, and then you'd have to pull that floppy back out and put another floppy in order to save your text file. Yeah, that's how I wrote my papers when I was in school, having to change a floppy for every font. Font disks, yeah. Oh man, the 90s skate and dirt bike videos were freaking amazing. That was what it was all about. MTV generation, man. 80s and 90s MTV until MTV started just showing reality TV show. Sorry, it's half my fault anyways. Not my fault. I contribute to the problem. Oh, I mean, Donald, AI makes it so much easier just because what I found with any type of content creation, especially video, it's usually just getting things ready that takes the time. It's not the actual art of putting it together that takes the majority of the time. It's the organizing your footage, getting it into a place where you could easily go through it or edit it. Like this switching back and forth, yeah, I could create a third angle that has both of us side by side still in it. But the thing is that, I hate MTV now too, man. Do I watch anything on MTV? I work on things for MTV and it's all garbage. I worked on The Hills. We called it The Hells while we were shooting. It was bad. Jackass. Jackass was like Jackass and Celebrity Deathmatch were like two things that I loved watching on MTV when I was a kid. Does that say a lot about who I am? That my shows were Jackass and Celebrity Deathmatch? I think it kind of does, huh? Nitro Circus. Did I watch Nitro Circus? I don't know. I'm gonna write it down so I can look it up. I like also like I'll give you. I watched a video that was like an hour long last night talking about tape formats. That's the kind of stuff that interests me. So, Celebrity Deathmatch was amazing. I want them to bring it back. It would be so good if they brought it back. I would watch that so much. Good. Okay, I'm getting distracted from things. What was it? What was I doing? Oh yeah. So I was saying, you go through the video a little bit.
Thank you, man. Pleasure to be here. Been here before, now again. Like we talked about last time, so I'm excited for this.
I know all about you, Gino. Like we have a lot of similarities with our marketing style, so we can go back and forth and create the side by side. I prefer to have more side by side when we're talking because we have reactions off each other. But one thing that you could always do is you could add in elements. There's all these different things that you could add in from DESCRIPT built in. There's shapes and things like that if you want to add elements onto the screen. Waveform is a really cool one if you are repurposing that. So let me go into that real quick on how I would repurpose these videos, because if you come here, now I could turn that off where it doesn't say active speaker, or I could leave it on if I want to, if I just want it to be like this, but I could change just like this, switch this to portrait. And as I find these things, or I could even open up a separate tab, because if you just highlight this, like say you find text, you want it to be repurposed, just grab that text, and then you can open up a new project and just paste it in, and it will paste this, even if it's not in there, it will just paste it into that project, because all of this content that DESCRIPT has, it's in the cloud. They upload it in the cloud, so I can put it into any project and it will just access it. So now, if I wanted to, I could zoom in or crop however I want. Just depends on how I'm cropping, or maybe we already decided Gino's on top. So it'd be like this, and I'd be able to put Gino up here, and then since there is closed captions here, I'd be able to easily take closed caption and come here to text, and there's this thing that says caption, and just like that, I have captions for my video. You could change the style if you'd like to. There's a whole bunch of different modifications. Gino's always on top. Gino's always on top. Hey, Gino, let's all the, Gary Club and all of our stuff, we're going to be able to have enough finances to just shoot it ourselves and say, sorry, Paramount, this is our thing. We want our Celebrity Deathmatch back. Too bad. All right, so it's about you, Gino. Like we have a lot of, so that's it. So like you're able to repurpose this, maybe add a call to action And how many clips, anytime that I find a clip, how many can I actually pull out of this? We have, what was the runtime? 54 minutes. I'd say probably once it's done, I'll probably shave that to like 50 to 45 minutes. Now I have 45 minutes. I could take that, I could clip it to a whole bunch of different things. I could I could take it and create more vertical content like this. And then what I do after that, so I'm going to go to a different tab real quick, just so you can see the next step. So I like uploading YouTube content natively on the platform, but I use this tool all the freaking time. There we go. I use this tool all the time. Just shake it so I can see the comments again. Gino will be upset and he'll yell at me, but it's okay. So I use this tool. It's called RADAAR. And let me change this so you know where I am. It's RADAAR. And if you'd like to grab RADAAR, you can get an easy AI poster. That is an affiliate link if you'd like to support the channel. Always appreciated. So I go to RADAAR and I create posts. This is last month, so I need to fix these still. But I create posts and I do them in something. I actually create things that are CSV files, which is Excel, numbers, sheets. That's a CSV file. You can export into CSV format there. But so when I create this video, this is today's video posted at 8:23 my time, and I would just be able to click that and I could either duplicate it. But what I do is I have all these different, not subscription, overview, and you can click connect channel, or there you go, shows up. And these are all different social media platforms that I have connected to it. Actually, I have several pages of it. But these are like Facebook pages, Instagram accounts. I find this works best on Facebook pages and TikTok, more so than anything else. But you could post these videos into TikTok automatically and just schedule them out. I schedule out so many things into my Facebook pages, and then I don't have to think about going to one place. We're talking about saving our time. Now I schedule it one time, well, twice, because I want to make sure that three times. Let me correct. 3 times, because let's be perfectly honest, I am not paying for, I'm not paying that cost for, what do you call it? I'm not paying the cost for Twitter or X API. Sorry, because they made it so you had to put in your own API. A little expensive for what I want to do. So I focus on posting these on things like Facebook and Instagram, and I also post onto YouTube, and then I go and I post organically. And if you don't know how to do this, it's pretty simple. I post organically onto X. So if I was to take anything, so I'll just show you an example with text, but if you put video here, it would work exactly the same way. Just give it a second to upload. Now say, so there's a, how about this? How about Gary? So 15 minutes until Gary Club weekly updates. Or meetup. I'll call it meetup. I want to make that. And then I could hit there. And if it was video, it'd be the same thing. This is a free way that you could schedule. So what's today? The 20th. I could say the 20th. And again, that's in my time. So, but it's 11 a.m. And I want this to go out at, so now, sorry, 10 a.m. 10:45. So now hit confirm and hit schedule, and that's it. And now you could do that with video, you could do that with text, whatever they have. But so now if I hit here, I don't know why these other two didn't post, but I could just delete them. tried to repost them. I did repost those two, but so now it shows up here under scheduled, and that's it. That it's scheduled on X, and you don't have to think about actually paying for that API. It takes me again, I wish it worked because time is money, but it is what it is. Okay, so cool. I'm going to continue to go through some of these things that are on DESCRIPT to show you more of this over the next couple days, and you can see the progression. Just so you know, I do have I'm at family, so that's a good point. I'm at my family's house. I have less time, so I need to use tools that will save me time, like DESCRIPT, like RADAAR, that actually make it so I don't have to edit as much. Also, I mean, like being able to use things like StreamYard in order to record our content, so remotely and in as high quality as possible. And then also on top of that, DESCRIPT helps balance the audio automatically. If you know anything about audio balancing, there's a lot of work there. So now I'm going to just put this back so I can work on it later. But cool. Awesome. I'm going to continue to work on this stuff. Oh, let me put this back so you know where to go. And thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm going to make it a little bit under an hour because I'm going to get ready. We do have our weekly check-in with for Gary Club. We do it at for me, it's 11 a.m. Pacific time, so that's California time, every single Wednesday. It used to be in Discord, but now we are doing it on X, in a X space. So make sure that you come and join all the different updates. We're here, you know, if you're curious about monetization, if you're curious about how I'm making money in Web3, like I make money in Web2 and Web3, like all those affiliate links, that's a Web2 monetization method, but I also use Web3 monetization methods, and you can too. So if you want to learn about how I'm making money in Web3, you could either just come hang out with me, or even better, come to the space and figure out what we're talking about, get the weekly updates, and you know, I'll see you over there. So, all right. Ooh, I got a comment here real quick. Yep, meetup time in 30 minutes. Donald, you see that I actually scheduled a post in 15 minutes to go out and remind people that it's 15 minutes away. So, you know, automations and AI. It's, again, I'm one of those sticklers that I know there's no such thing as AI. And I know you're going like, what? What are all those words that people say? AI? No, there's no such thing as AI. It's machine learning. It's not artificial and it's not intelligence. But it's only as smart as the person, what you give it. So just remember, if you're giving it a task and you teach it how to automate it, automation is the best word. Machine learning automations is what AI is. And if it saves you time, I don't care if it's real AI or not, it saves me time. So you should be using it to use it wisely, use it using things like this. So cool. All right, thanks again for hanging out with me. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going live every single day in December, right here on Entrepreneurs Toolbox YouTube channel, on X, on Facebook. So I will see you on the next video, which is tomorrow. I'm going to continue to dive deep into this, and I will make sure that I figure out what happens when you do like the multicam. So thanks again for hanging out with me. I will see everybody. Actually, I'll see everybody on X in about 30 minutes. And then around, go hang out with me in Gary Club. Gary.club/dunk, and my Discord at dunkmedia.club. I will see you in the next one. Woo. Peace out, Donald. Bye.